Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burke. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses.
And he works free. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Graham to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the trainers take a look. We'll step aside. Second and 16. Back to throw. Johnson, complete to right. Now this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
On first down, Alford. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dillard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down. Alford. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, and it's picked. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Johnson will get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays. Anything to try and break their losing streak, so you must stay alert and stay aware.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Nothing after one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27, 30, 10,
you know they pay me
and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a second down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Johnson now looking to throw on second down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Johnson to throw on second down. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On first down, Alford. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on second down, Dillard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dillard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, Dillard. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hand.
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 4. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dillard. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnson. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Dillard. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Dillard is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We begin up in Maryland with one of the better games of the entire weekend. Green Bay taking on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. From there, we take the short trip down to D.C. to check on the watch.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. They find some open field here. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Right when he pitched that to him, it looked like he had a good numbers advantage on the outside. He did, and it turned into a nice game.
Allowed his vision to take over, too, because he was able to pick when he put his foot in the ground and took off upfield because he actually had options. Could he go now, wait another second? It really didn't matter, but he chose the exact right time and turned it into a big-time run.
They'll run on first down. Sapp. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Alford. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dillard. He finds his man, complete. It's Jimenez. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down, Dillard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Here's Johnson throwing on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Johnson on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On first down, Alford. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The give is to Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Off play action. Dillard rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. This drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Operating from the gun, Dillard dancing to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Johnson. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Johnson now on 1st and 10. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down. About the 21 or 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Oh, you got
He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Johnson on 1st down. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Johnson. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Detroit Lions.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
First down, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 51 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. They're confident.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on second down, Dillard. He finds his man, complete. That's Jimenez. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, Greenfield. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, get right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Burrow on play action. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions defense marching back onto the field now. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Greenfield. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barrett, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Barrett. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now a give, right side. Greenfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dillard, he finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jimenez. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah. Your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned. He's coming for you.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Dillard. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, Alford. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Dillard. And this one is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with a good NFC battle at Lambeau. Philadelphia taking on Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. On first down, Dillard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dillard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Detroit.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down now. Alford, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on second down. Dillard forced out to his left. Finding room to the 20, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Dillard sliding out of the pocket. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll keep it on the ground. Greenfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point.
Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. First and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll run on first down. Alford, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Alford, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dillard. He finds his man complete. It's Jimenez. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.